Hello everyone, my name is Neil Laban and today I'll show you how to set up a web server using Apache 2.2.11. First, we'll need to set up a no IP address. It's a free hostname that we use for the web server. We also need to download the DDNS updater to go with that IP host. Okay, first let's go on to the no IP site, and from this site we can sign up an account and log in and set up a host name. This is what we'll be using for our web server. Now I'll show you how to do it, but I did it already. But I'll show you what you need to do. Once you are on the page, that's no-IP. You can either sign up for an account here and follow the form that comes with it, and you check your email and you activate your account. Now I already set up my account, so I can just sign in. I just want to show you the host name that we set up. So I just put in my account username and password and click sign in. Okay, so this is the user screen. As you can see here, we have manage host, and here we have a dynamic update client. If I go into manage host, you would see my host name already set up, neil-laban.ddns.net. This IP address is the IP address of my router, the external address of my router. Now, what we need to do is we need to also install this dynamic update client. This is to automatically update your IP when it changes from your ISP provider. This IP changes on your router ever so often, and in order for you to still connect to your server from externally, you need to keep updating it. So this program here, dynamic update client, does it automatically. Okay, so once you have set up your account and download your updater, you need to download the Apache software. Okay, you will get this Apache program from your do a Google search for Apache 2.2.11 Windows 32-x86, just as I have it here, and take the download from the SourceForge site. So I have already downloaded the Apache software here. I also downloaded the no IP client updater here as well. So let's install the Apache. Click on the install. Click next. Click I accept. Click next. Next. Now in here, network domain, you put in the host name, or your host name that you got from your no IP site. My host name is okay, and the server name for the same thing. Okay, and you put the email address that your account is tagged to. In this case, I use my email address. Remember, all these things are set up when you set up your account on the No IP site. They will ask for your email address as well. Leave this as is for all users. Port 80 will be our default port. Click Next. A typical install. Click Next. And then it will install the software. It may take a little while. Let's hold on there a little. And you must remember this server will run as a service on your computer. Okay, I think the installation came to an end. Click Finish. Now if you look at the taskbar at the bottom here, you would see Apache is running. You can stop the server from running. You can restart the server. Now it's running by default. As you can see, the green arrow indicates that it's running. So our server is running. We need to install the client updater for the No IP program. Let's click on agree. Okay, the No IP client updater will ask you for your username as your username from the site that your account is strapped to. So I'll put in my username and password. Remember, this is your username and password. This is not your email address. Okay, click sign in. Now when you get this box, click on edit host. Confirm your host name. Click save. And as you can see, the IP of my router 192.168.97.211. Okay, so this updater keeps it synchronized at all times. As you can see, updated successfully. You can close off this box. Okay, so now I can minimize the screen. Now our server is running. Now how do we test it? Let's go to what we can do. We can type in Oh, before I do that, we need to know a couple of things. Let's do a command prompt. We need to get the IP address of this computer, plus we want to see the IP address of the router so that we can port forward to this computer so that we can get the web page externally. I do IP config. As you can see here, the IP address of my computer is 192.168.2.110. The default gateway of my computer also tells me my router's IP address. Keep a note of this, your computer IP and your default gateway IP. Okay, we'll come back to this in a while. Now let's test the web server. What we can do, can go open a web browser and we can type in the IP address of this computer, is 192.168.2.110. Now we must put in the colon 80, which is the port. Let's press enter, and as you can see, it works. That is actually what is on our web server at this point in time. Okay. Okay. So that now that we can connect to the web server on the computer, we need to port forward. We need to port forward the router so that we can access this computer on the outside. Okay, to port forward to this computer, go to your web browser, type in the IP address of your router, that is your gateway address that we saw earlier on. Log into your router. Click on Application and Gaming. Go into Port Range Forwarding. Set your HTTP default at port 80. Type in the IP address of this computer, and you save your settings. Don't forget to tick enable and save your settings. Okay, and that is how you port forward to your computer. Okay, well, thank you for watching. Goodbye.